Kweenz Show. Kweenz Show. Kweenz Show. All right. What's up? It's Kweenz Show. It's Fashion Fridays. It's Feel Good Fridays. We're back again with your favorite family, The Slide. If y'all want to call in, it's a special day. I got 2 kings here for y'all. 1 king is already here. It's going to be 719-300-7936. We have some great dope events I've been telling y'all about. We have the Slip and Sliding Through Sand Creek, the backpack donation. That is August 10th through August 30th. Please reach out to us or any of our sponsors to get a backpack for the babies. I know school is starting, and you guys can always use some supplies. So just let us know, and we will get those backpacks to you. We have a town hall meeting September 18th. It is here at the Family Flavors, The Slide, World Broadcasting Network, our new office. I know a lot of you guys have not seen it, so please come out. It's going to be super dope. We're going to have a panel. You know, we work with politicians, so it's going to be dope. I want you guys to all come. We have our Hopeless Not Homeless event, Volume 9. It's October 23rd. Okay, you was looking at me. It's October 23rd. We're taking donations of winter coats, winter accessories, all type of clothes, non-perishable food items. So just get with us. You can reach out to us or, again, any of our sponsors to donate. And let's have a great time, because I can't wait for that. And so let's get into it. Today I have Juaquin Mobley of Community Works of Solid Rock of Colorado, y'all. Like, he's just dope. You're a black man, you're in the community, you're doing what needs to be done. So let's get into it. Introduce yourself, King.
All right, absolutely. Thank you for having me first and foremost.
No problem.
I'm Juaquin Mobley. I am the Senior Vice President of Community Works. I'm also a board member of several other organizations. Yeah. And a serial entrepreneur in, the Front Range of Colorado.
Definitely. So how did you reach that point? Because you're doing a lot right now, and that's wonderful.
When I was incarcerated, I seen that there was a greater need for prevention as well as reentry. So while I was incarcerated, I came up with a game plan. I had a really great friend in this line of work. He pulled me in, and from there, it's been history ever since.
Yeah, that's dope. And so you mentioned being incarcerated. So can you get into how long you went away for and how you even came to that?
Yeah, so 2006, I came back out here to visit from New York City. I just finished, actually, unfortunately, doing probation in New York. Came out here to visit, see both of my kids. And during that time, I ended up catching a 15-year sentence.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so within that 15-year sentence, I had to do a little over 8, I think, altogether.
Okay.
I did 8, and they reduced the 15 to 12. So.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, that empowers you to move forward in your community and change for prevention. So you spoke on prevention. So what does that mean for you?
Opportunity, right? And love and abundance. That's what I say. When everybody says, if you could sum up what community work stands for, and I just said it's love and abundance. Okay. Right. So what we try to do is provide, abundance of resources, abundance of opportunities, abundance of support. And so with all that, I feel like we're able to change the trajectory of the community. Okay.
So where is Community Works located? How can we get to y'all? How can we reach out to y'all? Give us all that info, because I feel like that's very important at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. So in Colorado Springs, we're located 1652 South Circle, and we're also 1219 Lake Plaza. We just moved in there.
Okay.
In Denver, we are in a whole bunch of places. We are on Santa Fe, 10th and Santa Fe, if you're familiar with Denver and the Art District.
Yeah.
We are
South Denver. I grew up in Denver.
Oh, this okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I'm totally familiar with that area.
Okay. Yep. And then we're also in Aurora, on East Colfax and Galena.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we have 2 other offices on Evans and Monaco.
Okay.
And then we're in Pueblo too.
Yeah, I did see y'all have Pueblo now. And then did that just open, or am I late to the party?
We're kind of fresh, right? So probably about like 6 months.
Okay. Yeah. And so y'all can reach him at any of those locations. Not specifically Juaquin, but there are amazing people who work at Community Works. They're willing to help you. I know y'all have forklift certifications. Yeah. Y'all have an entrepreneurship class that you guys are running right now.
Entrepreneurship. We have warehouse, forklift. pre-apprenticeship to construction. We are developing an IT cert right now.
Okay.
And we're trying to get into a couple of other spaces, such as welding and all that kind of stuff.
Definitely. So speaking on that of the community, what can we see next from you guys? What are y'all next events here at Community Works or any other of the boards that you're on?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a resource fair at our rural office as well as Colorado Springs.
Okay.
What that's going to look like is just really having kids show up. We call it Welcome to the Community.
Yeah.
We're going to have performances. We're going to have, you name it's going to be there, and we're going to have resources to get employment as well.
Okay. And when is this?
That is on September 2nd and the 27th of this month.
Okay, definitely. So September 2nd and August 27th.
September 2nd in Aurora. The 27th is here in Colorado Springs.
Okay, so August 27th for my Colorado Springs peeps. For my Aurora peeps, September 2nd. I know that is also Taste of Colorado and so many other things are going on, but y'all better go ahead and show out to that because it's very resourceful. I had briefly worked at Community Works, not with Community Works. Or I guess difference, I don't know with or at. But I was there and I was able to witness the work that you guys do and I felt like, yo, they're really changing people. Like, I mean, people would come in all day long. They're looking for you. They're looking for Charles. They're looking for people, Miss Rochelle. They're looking for people who are really there to help them. They take care of everybody who's there. Like, they give you resources and everything. And I love that. I saw Miss Rochelle and I forget. She's the receptionist. She's at that front. I saw them at Territory Days.
Molly.
Yes, Miss Molly. Okay, so I saw her at Territory Days. They're always good energy, so I love seeing them out because
good people.
Yeah, definitely. And all you guys, like I saw Charles and Corey at Juneteenth, and that was super cool. I'm like, oh,
probably see Bill everywhere too.
Oh my gosh, I see Bill everywhere. We just did the slip and slide through a Sand Creek event. Okay. And shout out to Bill because he had like paid for the ice cream truck, so we all went and got ice cream. I went and got ice cream. I'm not gonna lie, we all went and got ice cream. It was nice though, and it's lovely to see you guys because you guys are you're not just like talking about it, you're being about it, you know. And one of my favorite quotes that I like to say is, "Be the change you want to see." And you guys are actually doing that. You guys are being the change you want to see, and that's like empowering, especially for like I'm a young black woman, so I'll be looking at everybody black just like, okay, what are we doing now? So what do you have to say to somebody who's young like me, who's just starting out, or who could be somewhat in trouble? What kind of advice do you have for them?
I'll let them know first and foremost they're not alone, right? And second off, let them know, there are other opportunities, there's other resources. Reconsider, before you make that bad decision. Right. There's so much stuff going on. There's so many other influences, external, internal, and I feel like if you get in the right environment, or you help create a different environment and ecosystem, I really feel like the opportunities and possibilities are endless, right? But just don't limit yourself to doing what you think is going to help for the moment, right? But think it through. Don't make any decisions, hastily.
Right. Definitely. I think those are good words. Don't limit yourself. I love that because I feel like you got to reach for the stars, but even past that. I know that you can do that, but even past that.
Absolutely. What I'm starting to realize is that a lot of us start to believe, the myth that they put out there that, we're only athletes, what I mean? That we're only entertainers or drug dealers or we're violent. Right. And I just want to tell everybody, ontologically, we're not criminals, right? This is just a decision a lot of us made, including myself. But there's so much other stuff going on. There's so many opportunities that you got. So explore them.
Exactly. Because I'm just gonna put it out there. Would you agree that we're all criminals? We all do something. We all don't get caught.
Everybody, yeah.
And so before you think about doing something major that might get you caught.
Yep. So just explore your options. Have some fun. I'm not the fun police. I tell everybody all the time. They think when I show up that I'm, going to be like, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. I'm saying do it within reason, what I mean, and let's have some fun, but let's do something different.
So you mentioned being from New York. So you grew up there?
I grew up going back and forth from here in New York City. So,
okay.
Yeah. So my father, when my father came to America, they settled in New York.
Okay.
Right. And so he joined the military trying to get his citizenship. Didn't happen for whatever reason, and as a result, we went back and forth. And my mother's from St. Louis, so it was just that environment.
So where's your dad from?
Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay. I love the islands.
Oh yeah.
You're an island boy.
Yeah. At least halfway, you know.
At least halfway. All right, so that brings me to my next point. So are you mentoring young youth right now?
Yeah, well, our program, to be clear, is specifically focused on 17 and up.
Right.
But I do a lot of work with the youth. I do restorative justice.
Okay.
You guys are familiar with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do a lot of that. Like I mitigate, you know what I mean, between somebody that's gotten in trouble, the community, and the judges. Okay. So before they give these kids charges and felonies, I step in and say, hey, let me talk to them. Let's talk to the quote-unquote victim. Mm-hmm. Let's have them talk, and let's come up with a solution that doesn't involve them getting a felony. And more often than not, that is them coming into the barber shop, learning a new skill as well as volunteering.
Right.
Stuff like that, or them hanging out with me taking them to get something to eat, them hanging out with all my friends and stuff like that. So taking them to the gym.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we just try to give alternatives.
I feel that, because it's like I feel like there's not enough going on for everybody, which leads to trouble, right? Because it's like if you don't have a place to just hang out and just chill, or just like a safe space where you can just let loose, then you end up getting into trouble regardless. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta start young, but I love that it's 17 and up, because I feel like that's right at that age too, where it's like I'm a young adult, I'm gonna do what I want to do. You know what I mean? And then it's like get them there, and then from there you can grow and build and do so many other things. So that's amazing. It's actually Fashion Friday, so I did want to talk to you about this, because you be dressing. You be dressing. No, we can call you Ranch, because you be dressing for real. So I need to know where you get your style from. I mean, we know you're from New York. We know you're half Dominican, so we know you got the little flavor right there. But I need to know.
Well, a lot of people don't know I went to fashion school in New York.
No way.
Yep, I went to FIT, which was at the time the #1 fashion school in the country, 3 in the world. So I went there with Angela Simmons, Nikki Hilton, Damon Johns. He used to come there and mentor us.
Yeah.
So a mix of, my mother is very stylish too with her colors. Mm-hmm. My dad has the Caribbean flavor, so he's very bright. And then you mix it in with a little bit of New York City, and then I put my own thing together. So
definitely.
I had my own clothing line back in New York too when I was a kid. So, I just try to, mix and match. Like today I'm wearing pink. Tomorrow you might see me in a suit. Right. So, my friends back in New York, we were like, yo, we're going to have our hood day to dress, and then we got our, get drippy days, you know what I mean, where we wear suits.
Exactly. Because I feel like a lot of people don't know, but that East Coast, that flavor, that style, there is nothing like it. I love it. I used to live in Virginia, and my mom, I'm a military brat, so I was like that. That's why we even moved out here. But the East Coast, there is just nothing like it. I don't care what nobody says. I'm a biased girl. I love the East Coast, and it's different. The fashion, the flavor, the style, everything is just new, and it's nice. Because I got a cousin right now. He's going to Howard in Virginia, and man, he was already a fashionista before he went to college. Yeah. Now it's like we're competing when we post. I'm like, okay, let's see how you. Yeah. Okay, because you ain't gonna do better than me, cousin. We ain't doing it.
True indeed. Yeah, I love to get fresh, man. Mm-hmm. That's. I mean, if you ask my wife, she'll tell you. Like, I buy a lot of clothes, but that's just my pastime, right? That's what I like to do. I like to go to the gym. I like to, shop.
Hey, I like to shop too. I can't get rid with you on going to the gym. I go, but I don't like it. I don't. But on that note, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Don't go nowhere, y'all. We're with your favorite family, The Slide. All right, what's up? This is Kweenz Show. It's Fashion Fridays. It's Feel Good Fridays, and we're lit. We're with your favorite family, The Slide. You can call in at 719-300-7936. And as always, I'm going to go over a couple of the events that we got going on. So we have the Slip and Slide in through Sand Creek backpack donation. Backpack giveaway. It's August 10th through the 30th. I want everybody to reach out if you got your baby starting school and stuff like that. A neighbor, a cousin, a friend, your baby mom, somebody. Y'all, come get a backpack from us or our sponsors. You can reach out to us directly on any of our social media platforms. You guys can also come to our town hall meeting. It'll be September 18th. It's going to be Sunday from 11 to 1 p.m., guys. It's here at the Family Flavors Decide World Broadcasting Network, our office. So you guys come through and enjoy it. And then we have our Homeless Not Hopeless Volume 9 event, October 23rd. And that's going to be dope. We're going to have some barbers, some hairstylists. I'm going to be there styling. Yeah, no, not styling. Probably on the face paints again. But I'll be there. And so we're accepting donations starting now for that. So winter accessories, winter coats, non-perishable food items, all the whole nine. So just reach out to us again, to us or any of our sponsors to get donations to us. And thank you guys for tuning in. It is Fashion Fridays once again. And you know, I'm here with this king, Juaquin Mobley. He's been telling us all about community works, all about the boards he's on. We've just been getting into it. But right now we're going to get into it because, you know, there's a lot of things going on in this world, and we would be crazy to put a blind eye to it or not speak on it. So you are a father yourself.
Absolutely.
And as you know, Roe versus Wade has been overturned. And luckily we live in Colorado, so we're kind of safer. But for people who don't live in Colorado and who don't have like a safety net, it's kind of dangerous out there. So I wanted to know, what are your thoughts, or how are you feeling about it, especially you being somebody who is active in the community. So yeah.
Absolutely. I think about my kids. I have three daughters, three lovely daughters.
Yeah.
Two in college, one enlisted into the Air Force.
Okay.
I believe in pro-choice. I believe that the women should have the choice. They make that decision, right? I don't feel like it's a man's place, and this is my personal opinion. This isn't community works or anybody else's. I don't think it's, you know, on a man to make a decision for a woman.
Right.
Right? And that's just my personal take on it.
Exactly, because the world we live in is like, you know, it goes far beyond that. Body autonomy is very important. I don't think people realize rights to privacy and things of that nature, and Miranda rights. That was all with Roe versus Wade, you know. And you being somebody who's been through that system, you can see how detrimental it is that you can't get your Miranda rights read to you, because that can get a lot of self-incrimination.
Oh, yeah.
We're already dealing with a lot of things, you know, like the Central Park 5. I'm sure there's there's so many others. But, you know, we're already dealing with instances of that nature. So this is really a dangerous time, you know. So I guess my advice to everybody is just stay educated, stay on it, you know, and keep your knowledge up. Like, even if it's like Twitter threads or whatever, wherever you find that information and figure it out, because it's getting crazy out here, definitely, with the laws and with the things that are going on. We have a vote, a primary or a voting coming up in November. Y'all don't get on me in my comments, because I know how y'all be. A general election. There we are. Y'all know I don't be knowing the terms, but I know when to vote. I do know when to vote.
Yeah, you know, we're registering voters at all of our barbershops, all of our locations.
Okay.
Yep, so we want everybody to come out, especially if you're in the Southeast or North Aurora, or you downtown in Pueblo. Definitely come through. We want to register you to vote. We want to get everybody to get out there and rock the vote.
Okay, definitely. So guys, if y'all need to be registered to vote, please go check in with Community Works. If anything, y'all need to just go check in with Community Works. But just do it, because it's best for you. And I think that the best thing that we have right now is it's going to be who we vote for. It really is. It's going to be who's going to be willing to put in that work, who's going to be doing the footwork for us, and who's going to vote how we want them to vote. Because right now we're, I say it all the time, Colorado's a wild place.
You know what? But it's really on us to have some civic engagement, right?
Definitely.
So, I do think, me personally, I need to do a better job with, you know, teaching civics to people that walk through the barbershop. So I'm looking through,
100%.
you know, creative ways to really let people know about what laws are on the books, what your laws are, things like that. Those are the conversations I feel like we need to be having as our organization, and not necessarily suggesting, you know, the right or wrong, just saying, hey, this is what this law is, and this is what it's saying, right? We're not trying to be lawyers or anything, but we definitely want to encourage people to just get more involved civically, right? Because you're going to be affected by it. I went to a meeting maybe 2 years ago. Okay. And I think it was the mayor who stood up and said, whether you're involved in, you know, civics or not, it's going to happen. Right. So, you know, make a decision. Do you want to just, you know, receive what's going to happen, or you want to influence what's going to happen? So definitely, it's incumbent upon all of us to really start educating ourselves. That needs to be the new cool. You know?
It definitely does. So with that being said, I know you offer a lot of classes. Is that a class you guys are thinking about offering, a civics class?
I'm thinking about doing something creative with the barbers. Like first getting them. So we got the barbers; they're already getting trained in peer recovery.
Right.
But now I would like to get them to, just get trained in civics. So I've bought a couple of, books and publications. So I'm coming up with a creative way to give this information to my barbers so that they can at least speak to how do you vote? Why is it important to vote? What laws exist that are affecting our community right now? All of them do, but which ones specifically are detriments or, could empower us if we knew they existed.
Right. And I love that you bring that up because what it is like people, a lot of times you'll hear people get into a situation and they say, oh, well, had I known? And it's like, yeah, had you known? Because why would you let somebody search? Why would you let the police search you and they don't have a search warrant? You know what I mean? They're coming in and yeah, they can look around maybe if they want to if you invite them, but they can't be looking in your drawers and things like that. And it's that type of education though that helps people out.
Absolutely.
Because you can avoid so much because at that point it's oh no, they consented to the search. So then it's like okay, well then that's why we were here. But it's like if you have to know what you're going into and what to look out for, especially now, like I said, with the rights to privacy, with the Miranda rights, because right now, since Roe versus Wade was overturned, you can no longer sue a person of police authority for not reading you your Miranda rights.
Yep.
So that to me, that's a scary world we live in because I grew up in hearing it on TV, knowing that this is what they're going to say to me if I'm going to get arrested.
Yep.
And now we have a generation of kids who they're probably not going to hear that. And they're probably not going to know that. So it's our job to kind of keep having a discussion like this, you know what I mean? And keep saying.
Keep it going, yeah.
Yeah, and keep saying, like, know your rights. Know, and like you said, that needs to be the new cool. Like, at the back of your mind, that should be in your conversation. Because I'm sure as a black parent, you've had to have a conversation with your kids to say, hey, stay safe.
Yep.
Like, come home to me. And that's the conversation we're having, It sucks, but it is,
Yeah, absolutely. And now we got to start having the conversation on what does it mean to stay safe.
Right.
Right. Like in what capacity? Like, okay, we say that, and I'm guilty of saying it too. But I wonder when I say that to my kids, because it's subjective. What does that mean? Like, stay safe from what? How do I stay safe?
Exactly.
Right. So we got to really start putting some strategy behind what we're imputing into these kids because. A lot of stuff is ambiguous, and if we're not able to articulate to them, what that means and how to do that, it's just going to fall on deaf ears.
Exactly. And so with that being said, you said you have 3 daughters, 2 are in college and 1 is enlisted in the Air Force. So which colleges are they going to? And congratulations on that. Like that's...
Yep, so the oldest daughter is in her senior year at UCCS.
Okay.
Yep. My middle child is the one that enlisted in the Air Force.
Okay.
She's waiting on her job to open up, so then she'll go into basic.
Okay.
So that could be any day, it could be months, we don't know. Fingers crossed, hopefully pretty soon. She's driving me crazy. And then my youngest baby, we just dropped her off at Grand Junction, I think it's CMU. Mesa University. Yep. So we dropped her off last weekend. It was a long, hectic, traffic, convoluted drive. It was like 7 hours. So.
Oh yeah, I used to party up
there. Yeah, we dropped her off, and we're about to be empty nesters, and we're not even 40. So having fun.
How does that feel too?
My wife is taking it hard. Now that all the kids are about to be out the house. I'm cool with it for now. But I'm feeling it now because my wife is feeling it so much. So I'm like, oof, I'm starting to miss the kids.
Well, yeah, that's super dope too. Because so my parents, they're kind of the opposite of you. They had 2 kids and then they waited a minute and they had 2 more kids. So what they can't be really empty nesters, and now they're grandparents. So they got like they still got some years to go.
Yeah, I told my kids, give me at least a 5-year run with nobody in the house. Then they can start talking about grandkids. I need a 5-year run. I need to go to Africa.
You said you want to travel.
Me and my wife want to travel. We earned it.
Definitely. Because how long have you and your wife been together?
I think about 7 years now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then, did I just see y'all had an anniversary?
Yes.
Correct. Okay,
Thank
cool.
You. Yeah. We haven't got to celebrate it yet because we was at the college.
Yeah.
But we're going to do something special this weekend.
Okay, definitely. Well, congrats on Black Love. I love seeing Black Love.
Thank you.
And so what's your tips on how do you make your marriage, your relationship work with all like societal pressures and just things that you day to day both of you guys do in being your own people? You're an entrepreneur. I'm not sure what your wife does, but if she's an entrepreneur, I think that's
she's a registered nurse. She runs actually she's like the top nurse at this facility she works at, orthopedic and spine surgeon or something like that. What we do is we really just try to be transparent, try to be honest, and then we allow each other to tell each other how to love ourselves, right? So it's like the language of love. Like I know how she wants to be loved, and I know how I want to be loved, and we communicate that.
That is so beautiful. I love that. Cause I'm a newbie to this Black Love. Like, I'm less than a year in, and I love it. I love it though. It's enjoyable because I don't know. When I was growing up, I had 2 Black parents. I've seen a lot of Black Love. My parents have been together for like 20 plus years now. My grandparents are together for like 40 plus years. So I come from marriage.
See, my father's a playboy. He's he's a Spanish. His name is Juan. He's a playboy.
Oh gosh.
So, and my mom is very she's been with her husband probably about 30 years or something now. Okay. So I've seen both ends of it, right? So like on my Hispanic side, they were 2 of my uncles and my dad, they were playboys. Right?
Okay.
They loved to party and have fun, but my mom's side, they're more marriage, things like that, which is beautiful. So I just chose to be the one woman thing. That's what I'm into.
Well, because, look, every partying and having a good time, that's a good time for a little time. But then at some point, you're going to want somebody who loves you, who's like you said, speaks your love language, you know what I mean, who translates your soul, that person who you can hug at night. So you definitely going to want that. And at some point, you say, okay, I'm going to settle down, I'm going to do it. So that's beautiful, and I love seeing that. So when I was growing up, I always was like, I can't wait. I'm gonna have a Black wedding. Everything's gonna be so black, and this is how we do it. Because it's lovely. I mean, I don't know. I'm a product of like my parents being together for so long, and then they finally got married when I was 19. My parents got married, so I was I was a grown person when my parents got married. So I loved them being together. But then when they married and we had that wedding, and it was a big wedding, it was lovely because it was like bringing our families together officially, and it was nice because I was like, okay, cool, And to some people, they were even shocked. They already thought my parents were married, and they were like, no, we're not.
How long were they together before they got married?
They were, oh my gosh, they were together, they've been together, if I'm 25, they were together for, I want to say 26-ish years. Oh, wow. So they've been together for a long time. They've only been married for like 5 years. And it's so crazy. I'm like, okay, but they always said that. They were like, this is the only person I ever see myself being with. My dad now, he's like, I'm too old, I'm a grandpa. I don't need to be talking to nobody else.
So did you get your mom's last name and dad's, or you just got your dad's last name?
So for me, I just got my dad's last name. What happened was I originally got my mom's last name. When I was a high schooler, I changed my last name. Well, I didn't change it, but I went through a process and I got my dad's last name. And yeah, ever since then, that's kind of been it, So I don't know. I enjoyed being grown up in that kind of environment, but it also taught me to go like 10 times harder because I'm an entrepreneur. My parents are people who have 9 to 5s. So I watched them work. Like I went to college after high school. So I watched them work. They put me through school. They did what they could for their kids, and they tried to build the best life they could for us. And they still constantly do it, even for their grandkids. They're always there, very active, very involved. So I love being in that kind of environment. And then like my boyfriend also comes from an environment where his parents have been married since he was really young, but they've been together for a long time as well. So it's kind of nice because we're both coming from this kind of like space of that, and we kind of want to build that.
Yeah,
so
I want that, yeah.
So it's like it's nice because it's like, okay, cool, and like I said, you can party and have a good time for a little while, but then at some point you're gonna want to get serious and be like, all right, I'm ready to settle down. So that's where I'm at, and I'm like, okay, because if you want them 50-year love stories, you got to get together now.
You got to start now. That's a fact.
So with that being said, where do you see yourself here in the next couple years? What are your next goals?
So we work on a couple things. I got my own entrepreneur ventures. I own a tree service company.
Okay.
We own a asphalt seal coat company.
Okay.
Right. I think, but my next venture that I'm about to really tap into is we're going to open up a retail store downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're really, really working hard to open up this space downtown with the intention of bringing, people from the southeast and the south side and K-Land to this space downtown, bring a little culture, right? Mm-hmm. Not saying that it's absent of it down there, but just add our little bit of flavor, and just create a new space for our people.
So would you put your clothing line? I know you said you did it as a kid. But would you re-put it there?
Yeah. So we want to open up an athletic leisure line, right, with a give back model. Also have a juice bar in there. We're going to do a couple of other things I don't want to speak to.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna surprise some people. Yeah, but that's the direction we're going.
For sure. Would you allow, say, up and coming or people who have fashion brands to put their clothes in your store?
Yep, that's where we're going to go talk. I'm actually I'm going to New York in like 2-3 weeks. I'm gonna go chill with some family and friends, but I'm actually going to Fashion Week.
Totally, that's so dope.
So this is like my second Fashion Week I've been to, but our third one. But I'm gonna go there with the intention. We got meetings already with like 3 or 4 people. We're going to talk about sustainable fashion. For those who don't know, I think a third of the greenhouse gases that are emitted come from making clothes and trying to get rid of clothes. So the new thing now is making sustainable fashion.
Exactly.
So we're going to go visit with them and see what it looks like to create that here in Colorado.
Definitely, because that's a part of my brand actually. Like I have a line of clothes that I do. It's called Old Things into Cool Things, and so it's what I do is I do some major thrifting, find some cool things, some old things, and make them cool things. And I think that's like another one of the fashions that's actually taking off as well. Is like people doing thrifter fashion, and I'm in love with it because I'll see some people who make dresses, who make just the whole lot. But I'm not gonna lie, if you are anybody who can sew, knit, crochet, the thrift store is your best friend. Because I went there, you can find all different types of cutouts, all those little $5 bags that they got with the yarn and all. You can find so many things there. It's lovely.
Yeah, you got to come to our come to the shop again. We put a consignment shop in there.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Killing it, and it's beautiful. We allowed her to recreate the space, and it looks like an actual like retail space. Like her area is really nice. It's next to where the tattoo spot is.
Okay.
So we gave her that whole space. It's nice.
Yes, that's dope. Because I was seeing that online that y'all did that, and I was like, okay, consignment. I might have to come check that out.
Yeah, she's doing a wonderful job. We was just downtown networking with her today, so there's a lot of people liking what she's doing because she gives you not only the clothes, right, for budgeted costs, but it's luxury that she's giving you.
Right.
But she's also a stylist, a consultant. So she tells you, hey, this is what's going to look good with this. This is what look good with your skin tone, everything.
Definitely. I love that. I want to get more into styling people, but I'm so biased because I just want you to wear Queen Creations. I think you look good in that. I think you look good in that. That's it. That's all. So who inspires you to be who you are?
Man.
And it can be a couple people, or it can be things, it can be entities.
I got a couple of people. My grandmommy, rest in peace. She was my great grandmother on my mother's side. Very strong woman, overcame a lot. And then my abuela on my father's side, and my abuela too, because just for them to have the courage to come to a land with 3 kids that didn't speak English, and unfortunately, all of them are passed. They're deceased now.
Right.
But
may they rest in peace.
Yeah, thank you. And just for them having that courage to come to America and want more, right? Just listening to the humble beginnings of like my father, like they lived in dang near a hut. You know what I mean? So just knowing that and knowing that they came here to want more, it just empowers me to go even harder.
Definitely, because I just feel like being a person of color, right? We come from sometimes backgrounds that aren't the best, but we realize that we're gonna make that be our success story, So, and I love that because we have to build that momentum from even a young mindset, a young age, to be like, okay, I want to be better than those who came before me. I want to be my ancestors' wildest dreams,
Yeah. It's all about progress.
It is, and there's no progress without struggle.
Indeed.
All right, guys. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go nowhere. We're going to be right back for our closing with Juaquin. And, you know, we got another interview lined up right after him. So, yeah, don't go nowhere. We're with your favorite family, The Slide. It's Kweenz Show. It's Fashion Fridays. And we out for now. All right, welcome back. It's Kweenz Show. It's Fashion Fridays. It's Feel Good Fridays. I'm with your favorite family, The Slide. And you know what it is. I got a king here. His name is Juaquin. And y'all know if y'all been following along, we've been having a dope interview. So we're going to get to our closing, you know, because although we want him to stay, we do have to go. So, again, I want you to reiterate where we can find you and how we can reach out to your platforms and your programs.
Absolutely. So you can find us all along the Front Range. We are in Pueblo on 6th and Santa Fe. We are in Colorado Springs in 2 locations. One on Lake Plaza in Venatucci, so it's 1219 Lake Plaza, 1652 South Circle. And that's in the Colorado Springs area. And then we are also in Denver as well as Aurora, right there on East Colfax and Galena. If you want to reach out to us, you can go to our website. That's www.commwrks.org. We'll contact you. We're pretty good. We're replying. So yeah, go there. Look us up. We're also on Facebook too, under Colorado Community Works. As well as Colorado Community Works on Instagram.
Okay. And the next events that you have coming up here, I know you guys are going to be part of our Homeless Not Hopeless event, but you guys have your own resource events that you were mentioning earlier, and I want you to touch back on that as well for the people.
Absolutely. So as Queen mentioned, we will be at the Homeless Not Hopeless event, cutting hair. We're also doing Welcome to the Community at our 1652 South Circle address in Colorado Springs. And then in our Aurora establishment, we are going to be at East Colfax and Galena September 2nd, I believe from 11 to 3, giving out resources, backpacks, haircuts, as well as potential job opportunities.
Definitely. All right, and so we've been getting into every aspect of it. We got into what you do. We got into how you live. We've gotten into your style and everything of that nature. So if there is nothing else that anybody wants to take from this interview, what did you want them to take? And you can just leave them with like a sentence or two. You can mic drop it. Whatever you want to do. You can rap through it. I don't know. We ain't had that yet. But
I just want to say we're at a pivotal time, right? We are at a place in this world where people of color have a little bit more to say and a little bit more power to implement what they're saying, right? So I just want to let people know, use your words, use your knowledge, get out there, vote, and let's try to uplift one another as opposed to bringing each other down. And like I've been on this love abundance kick, so I just want to tell everybody, love abundantly.
Definitely. All right, guys. Well, that's this king, and thank you for coming on my show. Last and foremost, I guess, but first and foremost, thank you for coming on my show. I appreciate you, King. I'm glad that you're doing the work that you're doing in the community, and it is a blessing to be able to even be witnessing you do this. So thank you for coming, and thank you for showing up. You know, we're with your favorite family. Before I go, I do want to tell you guys we have our Slip and Slide Through Sand Creek backpack giveaway, August 10th through August 30th. I've been mentioning it this whole time, so y'all get with us. Please message us for your babies to get some school supplies, some backpacks, and it's however many you need. If you have 10 kids, we're giving you 10, okay? And you will get that, and we would love to give it to you. And then after that, we are going to have our town hall meeting here September 18th, 11 to 1. It will be here at the Family Flavors, The Slide, World Broadcasting Office. So please come through, show up and show out for us. We're also going to have our Homeless Not Hopeless event October 23rd. It's volume 9. So we've been doing this a long time, guys. So we're accepting donations right now for winter accessories, winter coats, non-perishable food items, the works. So get into contact with us about donations and things of that nature. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we out for now. But it is Kweenz Show. And when I come back, I'm going to have a whole nother king for y'all. So, yeah, let's get into it. Kweenz Show, Kweenz Show, Kweenz, child. Fashion Fridays, Find Your Zen Fridays, every Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. Tune in with us live, where we keep it real and royal. Follow me on all platforms: Queen Creations, Queen Productions.